gotten rid of. Who's at the door, please? Oh, Mr. Clark, come in. I'm sorry to go up in your room and speak to you about something.
Yeah, what about?
I'm sorry, but I just don't consider these cockroaches to be the most desirable kind of roommates, do you?
Cockroaches, huh?
Yes, precisely. Now, I had very little experience in my life with cockroaches, but the few that I have seen before have been the pedestrian kind, the kind I walk. This is why I appear to be flying cockroaches. I was shocked and wondered, literally stunned, when one of them just took off the floor and started to whirl around and around in a circle, missing my face by barely a couple of inches. Mrs. Fire, I sat on the edge of this bed. I wept. I was just so shocked, so disgusted. Imagine flying cockroaches, something I never dreamed in existence, whizzing around and around and around in front of my face. And this is why I have
Flying cockroaches are nothing to be surprised at. They have them all over. Even uptown they have them. But that ain't
true. This is why. But I may as well tell you that I have a horror of roaches, even the plain old-fashioned pedestrian kind. After this time, that flies off. If I'm going to stay on here, Mrs. Wyatt, these flying cockroaches have got to be gotten rid of, and gotten rid of at once.
Now, how am I going to stop them flying cockroaches from coming in the window? But that, however, is not what I wanted to talk to you.
I don't know how, Mrs. Wyatt, but there certainly must be a method. All I know is that if I'm to see if you one more night, these flying cockroaches have got to be gotten rid of. Imagine. While I was sleeping in bed, I thought of one in my bed at night. I have a convulsion. I simply die of convulsions.
If you'll excuse me for saying so, Mrs. Hartshill, you're much more likely to die from over drinking than cockroach convulsions. Well, what's this here? Larkspur lotion.
I used to take no polish off my hair.
Very fat, skinny, yes.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're in an old house in the quarter, they don't have roaches.
Well, not in such enormous quantities. I tell you, this place is actually crawling with them.
Now, it ain't as bad as all that. And by the way, you ain't yet paid me the rest of this week. I hate to get you off the subject of roaches, but nevertheless, I want to play that money.
I will pay the rest of the rent as soon as you've exterminated these roaches.
You'll pay me the rest of the rent right away or get out.
We'll get out unless these roaches
Then get out there and quit just talking about
You
it.
must be out of line. I can't get out right now.
Then what did you mean by roaches?
What I said about it, they are not, in my opinion, the most desirable kind of food.
Then don't ruin them.
That's you insist on.
Then back to something where they don't have roaches.
You mean you insist upon having the roaches?
I insist upon having the roaches away.
Right now, that is out of the question.
Out of the question.
Yes, and I will tell you why. The quarterly payment that I received from the man who's taking care of the rubber plantation have not been forwarded yet. I've been expecting for several weeks now. In the letter that I received this morning, there seems to be a little misunderstanding of last year's taxes.
I've heard of the rubber plantation. This goddamn Brazilian rubber plantation? You think I've been in this business 17 years without learning nothing about your kind of living?
What is the meaning of that remark?
I suppose the men that you have in your nights come to discuss your Brazilian rubber plantation.
It must be crazy to say such a thing as that.
Oh, I hear what I hear. I know what's going on.
I know you spy. I know you listen at doors.
I never spy. I never listen at doors. The first thing a landlady in the French Quarter learns is not to hear and not to see anything, but just to collect your money. Now, as long as that comes in. Okay, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I'm dumb, but as soon as it stops, I retain my hearing. And also my side, and the use of my voice. Now, if necessary, I'll go to the phone and dial up the chief of police, who happens to be an in-law of my sister's. I heard that argument last night over money.
What argument was mine?
He shouted so loud I had to shut the front window to keep the noise from tearing out in the streets. I heard no mention of any Brazilian rubber plantation, but plenty of other things plainly referred to in that little midnight conversation you had.